We are live
We have a little bit of a problem with our friends on Periscope. So
again.
again, because that's just what Periscope does. I don't know. I'm having problems with Twitter today.
Let me just try something here. It says go live.
Go ahead.
No,
that's what I was doing.
Usually is. I'll try again.
It's my tweets weren't going through today.
I think we're live.
I think we are live. Hi, everybody.
Oh my God.
We're like having technical weirdness with our friends. StreamYard is cool, but which is what we use to broadcast the whole thing here with the windows and the background and all that stuff. But I don't know. Something's going on with our channel through to Twitter/Periscope, and I thought I had it set up right, and I tried tweeting earlier and it didn't happen, and so I don't know. Anyhow, hi Tom.
Hi Ran. Who are you?
I am the executive director of the Jack Kirby Museum and Research Center, and yourself, my friend.
Oh, me? I am the president of the Jack Kirby Museum and Research Center.
That's right.
Located in beautiful Hoboken, New Jersey.
New Jersey-based nonprofit. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. So, what are we up to? Oh, we're doing the demon. Let me bring this thing up.
If you couldn't tell by Rand's background.
I know, my weird green screen shimmering blah, blah, blah. We're doing a month of the demon. It's Ruben. Always good to see you, Ruben. Welcome.
I somehow feel like we have groupies now.
Great. Ruben, where are you on this planet, by the way? I'm curious.
Tell us where you're located.
Tell us, give us a slight geographical...
you don't have to give us your address and your house and your phone number and cell phone and your social security number.
I'm in Hoboken. Tom is in the Boston area, and we're on the East Coast.
Oh, Ruben's in Boston too.
Fantastic.
I'm in Boston.
And Steve is on YouTube.
Woohoo! Steve's in New York.
Rock on, Steve. And
Somerville. I'm in Arlington, so I'm only one town away from you, Ruben.
Right on. So we're doing the month of the demon, and we're this is our third episode. Click on a thing. Oh, make sure you check out our old stuff because it's cool. We did a whole summer's worth of the Fourth World, and we did 26 fantastic episodes of talking with people about Jack Kirby. It was great. And
the question is, how can we make it even better for the 104th in August?
Well, maybe we'll actually we'll do virtual stuff, but we'll actually have we'll be set up somewhere where we'll actually have a pop-up. And
that'd be awesome.
The combo will merge the virtual with the physical.
That'd be awesome.
We'll use the cosmic cube and bring it all together.
You're scaring me now.
Oh, sorry. But
Tijuana.
Tijuana, yes. Oh, Charles, of course. Good to see you, Charles. Charles and I followed each other on Twitter recently. So
cool.
That was nice.
Welcome, Charles.
Yeah. So we did that, and so that was our first episode of the Demon, and issues 1, 2, 3. Then we did issues 3, 4, 5, 6, because I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we are. We're going to look at episodes issues 7, 8, 9, and if somebody had planned it out a little better, we wouldn't be only seeing 2 episodes of a 3-episode thing today. That's just, I'm just saying somebody didn't set it up right, because we're gonna
leave you with a cliffhanger.
Yeah. So how will the
Farley Fairfax?
I'm gonna try this. No, freaking Periscope, man. Oh darn you, Twitter Periscope thingamajig. Anyhow, so we're gonna look at these 3 issues, and oh man, I wanted to do something and I got distracted. But anyhow, so here we are. It's Witchboy. It's the cover. He appeared in the dark of night, and we have a pencil.
Twitter currently down. Yeah.
It is cut completely down. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I looked at my feed and it was a post from 3 hours ago. So yeah, so there's that.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. So we have pencil photocopy for this cover, which is cool, and
That is really cool. Let me just get that larger for everyone.
Please push that button. And it's
Let's
nice
see
to see
here.
Jack's promo blurb being used nicely, and the pencils are great. Yeah. So let's get going. Wait, why is this so small? Oh, because it's one of those.
It's a mega side by side.
Yeah. So we have our host for this issue is Merlin from his cabana in Palm Springs. Hey, what happened? I'm sorry about that. So he's talking about I don't know. He's talking about all kinds of things there. That's a lot of things going on. There's a reference to Salem. We've got we have this person in a hat, dude in a hat, with Draga, some kind of monster.
But if you remember in the last episode, Merlin kind of said, "Well, I'm leaving, and this mortal body of mine is a pain in the butt, basically, and I'm just going to go back to my realm." Yep. So now he's in this realm in Palm Springs.
It's hot, but it's a dry heat. But
it's a dry heat. Yes. Talking in general about, the demon and basically fighting evil and all that kind of stuff. And this is one example, basically, of that happening.
It's just nice to see what Mike did. I like just all good stuff. Jack is amazing. And then of course we have
it's an awesome spread.
Really great spread. Shall we push that button? Boop. And
unfortunately I don't think we have the pencils for this because Jack generally had a copy machine in his house, but these sheets before they were cut, generally they were cut in half by DC after they were brought in. But when Jack had them, they were all full width, and they wouldn't fit through the photocopier. So he tended not to take photocopies of the spreads.
That's right.
There are some exceptions, but generally with DC stuff, I think I can think of like maybe one or maybe two. That's about it.
Yeah. But we do have the original art.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which we've used this in our pop-ups a few times because we have great prints, and it's one of those great. We would set up these kind of angled viewing, what is it angled viewing things where people could kind of flip back and forth. I called it paper-based interactivity, and they could look at the printed version, but then see what the original art looked like underneath. It was pretty
it's pretty cool. And this is a good example of like us being in San Diego in 2012 or something like that, and a very well-known collector coming up to us and saying, I just purchased this great spread here. Do you guys want to scan it, kind of thing? And just because of that interaction, you're looking at it now.
Yep. So there's this hilarious. I'm sorry, but this hilarious judge in this like Salem Puritan witch gear.
Yep.
Sicking
great Halloween stuff.
Draga the demon. Look at the hat. I've got a buckle on my hat.
And Jack kind of symbolize like dead people and other people that are like possessed with like no pupils, just like white, kind of like eyes like that, or lack of eyes like that.
So, yeah. So what is it? Oh, yeah. We're the judge is trying to get inside, and the demon is apparently, stopping that. And
yeah, but it's a very toxic dragon that basically grabbed him by the neck and injected all this poison into his body.
Right, this panel here that I'm wiggling on the mouse on there. Yeah, so then the poison is spreading, but then, well, what do you know? It's the Witchboy.
Or Teal or whatever.
Teakle the cat. Teakle. Yeah.
Teakle the cat.
Yeah. And then Jason Blood shows up. Help me. He's transformed. And wouldn't you know it, good old Harry is like walking into the apartment, because that's what he always does. He's always
him and
Randu. Like, yeah, what's happening over at Jason's place?
Like they have no other life but to hang out at his apartment all the time.
Yeah. But I wanted to show a picture of the 5-string mob and Barry, and talk about Clarion and how Jack based 2 characters on this guy who was a kid at the time. I didn't prepare it. I'm so sorry.
There's another opportunity, because there's another issue where he comes back later on.
Right. So
you could do that then.
Barry's got the pleasure of having two characters named, created by Jack based on him. Just kind of fun. But here's Clarion, and calls him Cousin Harry and Uncle Jason, and making, inuring himself as he's some kind of family member or something.
They're calling him Cousin, and Cousin Harry and Uncle Jason.
You know what? I should have looked at the pencils on this here, this next shot, because I have the feeling there may have been some censorship, because he talks about the blood and the wound. But there's not really much going on there. Maybe there might have been more.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm sorry. But so then, Clarion is there, and Tico is there, and Harry's like, what the hell's going on, you crazy kid? And then apparently Tico is going to solve the poison problem, but Harry doesn't like that and pulls him off.
But in the end, he actually did save him. So.
He actually did do it. So, it's Jason wakes up. And
one thing to notice, this is just like an aside.
Yes.
For later on.
Okay.
It's Teagle. How you say his name? Teagle.
Right. There's a K in there, right? Teakle. So
Teakle. Teakle is mentioned as a him.
Oh no.
It is. He's mentioned as a him. The cat is.
And then what happens?
I can't tell you because it's a later
Spoiler
issue.
Alert. Okay. So yeah.
Just remember that when we get to that issue.
Yeah. Okay. And I like this moment where it's like, so I'm gonna go to the fridge, and Jason's like, there's nothing in the fridge, and then Clarion's like, what do you mean? There's all this stuff in the fridge. So there's been some magic.
Factory.
Yes, brought about some excellent, product into Jason Blood's refrigerator, so they can eat. And then at this upper left panel here, Harry mentions that Teakle has gotten a little larger and turned into a bantam tiger, and that's because there's this shimmering mass here of the horror gal, Horrigal is trying to make its way into the apartment, and Clarion stops it, but destroys Jason's dinette set, which it's upsetting, but there's more fun with Jason's apartment coming up in the next episode. But so that's pretty upsetting. But they did keep the Horrigal from coming through. Really great face here on this Clarion there. It's really nice.
I just zoomed into the photocopies for that page that you were saying with the scratches.
Yes.
And it looks exactly like it.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
You're
it. Yep. So, no gaping wound editing by DC for the Comics Code Authority. All right. Jack knew what he was doing. He still had that hanging guy in the last issue or 2 issues.
That was pretty intense.
That was intense.
And that crazy monkey.
Ooh. So then they go to a party. And Harry's telling all these stories, and Randu is there, and Glenda's there. And
I just was surprised that he's you think some of this stuff would be, kind of secret. He wouldn't be saying stuff like that.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't believe the magic I'm seeing over at Jason's place. Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird.
But this guy is a big Wall Street guy. Oh, hello.
And he thinks it's all a joke, and he's laughing and everything.
Yeah. I like Jack's crowd scenes. I like his foreground people, and I like the plant action. It's just cool.
From a design point of view, it's nice because
really
you also had the room with the angles going in, so it makes you follow through, and then it breaks it with the plant just to, when it goes to the right, it's good. It brings you back down, kind of thing.
Yep. No, it's really nice. Mike did a great job as usual. Okay, so then I can't take you seriously, buddy. And then
something got a hold of me. Something I can't see.
He walks over to the punch bowl and drops it on his head. Crazy.
You put this under
That's right.
Jason Blood by using a cheap trick, hypnotic trick. No,
Sid. I did not. You did? No, Jason's legit, but he's feeling a little sick right now, and I don't like that yellow look on his face. We better get him out of here. Oh boy.
I think it's one of the few times you see his face. I think it's the only time I can think of.
In transformation.
We saw in the last, you will see like his hands turning half. But I've never seen his face turn half like that. It's kind of weird.
Oh man, what was the line? I'm gonna jump back up to the previous page. What do they call this guy? Sid. Sid is blah blah blah.
I think it's in the previous. You're trying to find out what he does?
He's a Wall Street guy, right? He's like, I'm Wall Street. I just thought it was funny that I'm a big fancy investor, and now you made me pour a punch bowl. Oh well, we'll move on. So yeah, and the demon breaks the window at that person's house where this party's taking place.
Yeah, because he's being summoned.
Yes. And he runs out. He has a face that could scare Dracula. That's a great face down there.
Yeah, it is, especially with the hand in the foreground.
Yeah. He jumps on the car, and then there's a harpy attacking. Hey, look at this guy. Scree. No.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
like a bird with like a crazy face.
Yeah.
Old man face.
And he burns it up. But it flies. It flies and carries him away. But no. What is energy for the demon is death for the harpy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, harpy is actually a mystical character. It's a true character.
That's right.
That flying kind of beast kind of thing.
And then he gets up on this roof, and there's a guy with this like witch's
Hex
sign of the witch cult, and there's some grappling, and then they get back to the boys. The boys get back to Jason's place and open the door, and it's like, hello. And there's more of those people with buckles on their hats.
Apparently they grabbed the Witchboy, and apparently there's, like, based on some of the earlier pages, he's like an outlaw because he's been messing around with trying to like learn powers and stuff and control the elders. Those are the elders, so they finally grabbed them. So in a way, these Salem dudes are kind of like the good guys, and the Witchboy is kind of the bad guy, even though he saved Jason Blood from death.
Yep. So let's prepare for the ritual of the beast, but then no, Etrigan shows up. And he's got the little hex sign, and he basically sends them back into their, I don't know,
their realm,
back to the witch's transit, into their beyond country where they were unable to punish Clarion. And Harry pulls Clarion down, and then the demon is like, yeah, well, guess what? Jump into my cape, and you're out. And that's it.
It was an easy thing to get rid of him. And the elders couldn't do it, but we can.
He learned to something, but he cannot claim me. Yeah. So
they're gone. The demon's gotten rid of the kid and his cat. But where did he go?
Whatever's in that cape that he's got. I don't know. That's short. I don't know. But next, it's we're expecting the Phantom of the Sewers. So we're going to learn about sewing, embroidery, all kinds of stitching. I guess.
There's some really
ghost sewers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we buy them on eBay?
Yeah, Etsy. Etsy is where.
Etsy. Okay, Etsy. Yes, that's true.
But I like this one letter up here that Steve picked from it's like some person who's really into demonology, and Steve writes, Jack's research for this book has been about 40 years of watching monster movies. So like,
that's funny. It's definitely true.
Yeah, no, that's it, right? So okay, here we go. It's the Phantom of the Sewers.
Yes, one of my favorite series.
Yeah, closer. And we have the cover without any hyperbole added. So I don't know. Maybe after it was photocopied, maybe Jack added something. But
it looks like let me just move this over. Yeah, they really kind of zoomed in and cropped it a little bit on the right. I don't know if it's a trimming or something.
Oh, I think it's a trim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's trim.
Yeah, it's good.
It's fantastic. Large afro on that person there. That's really cool. That's a fun cover. So now our host it's Jason Blood. He's welcoming us to the story of the Phantom of the Sewers. Yeah. So we'll I don't know how long I'm going to keep using that gag, but
it really takes off from the last issue where he's in the apartment. So this is kind of like right after he uses cloak to get rid of the Witchboy.
That's right. So yeah, so he's like, what? Show me more. What are all these faces? Oh, and we have that. Some of these photocopies are pretty junky. I did
that's pretty junky.
Short period of time,
probably should rescan some of them because they're kind of whipped. If we can put some weight at some point.
So we have the spread.
It's awesome. Actually, this was I think it was like 3 years ago. There was a magazine, Mondia or something like that. Yeah, they requested this image. Yeah, because it had to do with some art. It was an art magazine. They were talking about the art of Jack Kirby. It was just like a side note to something, and they wanted. Right. We had a decent scan of this, so we provided. And the museum a lot of times helps editorial companies, writers, people, and also the media that needs images and so forth. So we provide that service.
Yep.
But we don't provide rights to use stuff, so they have to get their rights.
They get the rights, and then we give you beautiful scans.
Welcome, Charles Hatfield.
What? Super spread. It's true.
Super spread.
We'll put it up for our friends, right? Yeah, this is
a really beautiful spread. It's crazy, You look at the heads, like the skeletons. What is this thing that it's in the middle there?
They are powerful symbols of sorcery. But who knew what Jason had in his apartment?
Well, this is not just an apartment. I mean, this is huge. I know. They keep on showing this, like the issue before. You'll see eventually. Foreshortening. You see more of it right here. You see
the armor room,
and it's under lock and key supposedly, but somebody stole something. And how did they get in there?
How'd they get in there? But what? They took a sword and a pistol.
It's a special sword. It's a sword that Merlin gave to Jason or whoever, Adrian.
And there's a hole. And that's
how he got in. It's cool. He's got costumes and armor and all this stuff like inside of his.
He had that room, the gun room, a few issues ago.
Right, he had a gun room. That's right.
And I'll never stop mentioning the apartment next door with the two-way mirror that that they were hanging out.
There, it's still there.
I know. So Etrigan, goes through into the tunnel, and then he falls down a shaft, but then nothing can harm me. But here we go. It's a great
splash.
Chapter splash. Closer, come closer.
Never seen the original art for this one. I'd love to see it. Somebody has it because I know the book's broken up.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. So then he takes a stab with the sword at Etrigan. Etrigan grabs it from him. In the name of Satan. Well,
he'd say that a lot. He says that.
That's a comics code thing. Suddenly it's okay to talk about Satan now.
Yeah, that happened, in the early 70s, like right around here.
Yep.
Because that allowed him to do the demon. That's probably why they did the demon, right?
Yeah, that's when all the monster comics came out.
Yeah.
So now I have the weapon, but then time to go. And he takes off. And this is great because he's talking to himself. Welcome back, Phantom. Blah, 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 blah. And the buddy says up here you are king. You can speak to yourself without being scorned by others. You'll be scorned by Rand in 2020 because he's talking to him. He's like, and now look at this over here. Word balloons, thought balloons would probably not work. It's kind of funny. It's pretty dramatic. Pretty funny though. So he plays the organ.
Galatea. Galatea. That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I was pronouncing it Galatee.
So he has a statue that he wishes was real, and he plays the song, but then the demon's down in the tunnel, but then he changes into Jason. He's like, what am I doing down here with this sword?
Yeah, because the last thing he knew, it was like way before with the Witchboy.
Yeah.
Then he just wakes up here.
Yeah. And then he hears his buds. Welcome to the sewer rat's paradise. So they found him. And he's confused. But
For so long, it's not true.
Yeah. And so then Harry, they're back in the apartment, but Glenda's there now. And Harry's being hilarious. And they're all just kind of talking. But then, let's have a party. And they, of course,
you remember what happened last time.
Don't remember that party last time. No ixnay on the Artie pay, but they had decided.
We don't want another.
We don't want that Titan of Wall Street to dump the punch bowl on his head again. So
no.
So, but this is just one of those things where it's like so clearly like dramatically rendered for him to be in the shadows. So let's give it a yellow background.
They should give it like a dark, like a blue. Even a blue would be better.
Yeah,
it's just too much. If you look across those 2 pages, like way too much yellow everywhere.
Yeah. They're just like blowing out.
What it does is it diminishes the demon's yellow and everything. It just makes it less.
Good point.
That.
So Jason's reading up about stuff. Hey, what can I do? Well, I'm linked. It's true, Charles. He's a New Yorker. He grew up on the slum, in the suicide slum with the kids.
With big knobby noses.
Yeah, that's right. And he's got, here's the demon. And then, I guess what I'll do after all these years
is that he's had this thing sitting in a drawer.
I'll pull the Philosopher's Stone. I've got the Philosopher's Stone in a secret drawer in my desk. I'll push this button and pull this stone out, and then I'll kill the demon.
What's interesting is Jack's use of these stones, like the cosmic cube and the Philosopher's Stone. It seems to be a commonality in his approach.
Yeah.
It's like these mystical boxes, basically.
Yeah. So then he freezes it, and it's like, yep, demon's gone. Who knew this was the last issue? All right. Well.
Okay, we're done. Okay, I'm leaving.
And then we have this where
nice view. Nice, pretty view.
Yeah, it's fun. And they're having their party, but what? Close friends always arrive early. Watch out for those hands.
Nice.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the original. Do we have any original art from this? I don't. Is this the one that you said we don't?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, somebody owns the whole issue. That means.
Yep. If you have
the original, find out who it is. What?
Contact if you out there in internet land. Please, if you have the original art, contact us.
And by the way, if you're in Los Angeles,
what?
If you're in Los Angeles in 2 weekends, I'll be there scanning at the LA Comic Art Show.
That's right.
It's the first show. Yeah, well, there was one in New Jersey, but I'll be out in LA.
And you're getting on a plane.
Yeah, scary, but true.
Harry shows up in a suit of armor. Yeah. And
then the Phantom enters and everybody thinks it's a costume thing, and including Harry, who's kind of like making fun of another early arrival. Got any cigars, pal?
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Oh, and then he leaps and knocks him out.
That's interesting. Yeah, it does. I can see that.
Walter Matthau was also from the Lower East Side.
Oh, good to know.
Yep. And so, so he grabs Glenda and takes off.
They try to stop him, but
he calls for help, but he can't.
Nope.
I need you. Yeah.
You can't call him because he killed him with the Philosopher's Stone. He froze him to his core, and the demon can't handle that. He gets whopped by the Phantom.
All right. So how do you feel? I'm in trouble. I can't come. I can't. I killed him. One of those big Kirby faces.
It's like a progression. It's like
Yep. And then he's in his lair. This, lair in the sewers, brightly lit with lime green. And anyhow, so she recognizes his voice from old records. Well, she recognizes his voice from old records too.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. And then the mannequin, and it looks like her. Yeah, that's creepy, buddy. It's creepy.
And he's playing this Phantom of the Opera movie kind of thing where he's got a big organ and he's playing this crazy music.
Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, play our favorite song." Like she has any idea what their favorite song is.
But it's literally outside. This sequence is just from the movie in a lot of ways. It's exactly, it's like a copy of the movie to a certain extent. Stay where you are.
Yeah, and then so then there's that.
He pulls the mask.
Oh, jeez. I think this is my
fishing for.
This is my favorite use of the word "ugh" that I've come across. So like, I just love it. It's like Jack Kirby script. Ugh.
Is it as good as die?
Not as good as die.
Okay. Just checking.
So what happened? Oh, well. Oh, here's some more. I don't really have anything to say about these letters. And then here we are. Got some original art.
So this beginning of this is a flashback to like ancient times, which is interesting because if you think about issue 1 where Jason Blood discovers, and it makes it seem like it's the first time he changes back to the demon since medieval times, but that's not true apparently in this when we get to issue 9, because it talks about different times where he turned into the demon after medieval times and Camelot and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
which I found it a little bit disappointing personally, because I like number 1 and how it was like a discovery that Jason Blood is the demon, and now we realize that he actually knew he was a demon long ago. Kind of, I guess. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe just because it seems like he turns back into the human form and moves on and leaves the village kind of thing. But anyway.
You're giving away the whole story. That's
sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to wait until we get there.
I know.
And here's the Letter to Ink in the Light of a Full Moon by Mike Royer. So we've got that. This is pretty cool. You see Mike.
I would have had a little bit more open blacks at the bottom, personally.
Yeah, right. He filled in some blacks that normally I would think that he wouldn't have, but he probably wanted to make this scaly hand and.
Well, he also did the top under the word "the demon." It's kind of like the open things, and then you just blacked it all out.
Yep.
Now.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
It's a fun spread too.
That's really fun.
So he's kind of like reminiscing, or this is kind of like a historical thing where these sorcerers were like invading towns and stuff like that with all these monsters and stuff. Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. This is really, a nice spread in that, the action's very powerful and you didn't need to fill in the background near the top. It's all like white space, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it makes everything else more powerful, in my
I
opinion.
like it because Etrigan is saying die, die.
I know. I should have figured that. But it's only 2 dies. It's not
I
the
know.
normal 3.
3 is better.
Yeah. Wait, what is... Okay, let's see what this says. There's too much text on these DC covers.
Oh, yeah, the word balloon. I know. Yeah, the word balloon from... I mean, they clearly just pulled that from the interior splash, but it just doesn't make any sense. It could have just been left the way it was. Thanks, Bob. Yes! So we're still back there, and the demon is
And then there's this powerful sorcerer who has this like staff that like tries to...
It's this guy. It's the same guy.
Yep.
It's this guy here. He's the main sorcerer, right? So yeah.
Yes.
And the demon is taking him down.
And he has like this staff of frozen staff that, you know, of course the demon likes hot, fiery things.
Right.
And it injures him slightly, but not enough to like prevent him from like zapping him and making him fly away.
And then that's it.
And then some say it was said that the demon...
Yeah. Oh, right, because this flashback, we have no narrator.
That's right. That's the first time ever, actually, I think.
Jason Blood or Merlin up in the upper left there narrating this for us.
Right.
So, yeah. Forgive me. Yeah, so there's Jason. And he's gonna walk away.
White stripe.
Never come back. Yeah, no white stripe. Yeah. And now we're back. It's a pretty exciting splash and lots of text.
That's where we left off in the last issue, where his mouth was wide open. On the bottom right panel. That's where it ended.
Yeah.
So hold him back.
Hold him back.
Can't waste time.
Nope.
Got to get Glenda's
been
kidnapped by that sinister thing.
Yeah. Yes. And we've got again, we have no narrator on this. So I don't think it. And then we have the pencils, which is
cool.
Yeah, I like seeing that. It's pretty cool.
It's nice that Mike didn't like do the whole border. It's just I love when you don't have restrictive border like that, especially on spreads or splashes and spreads.
Yeah. The police will take care of it, but you know.
And then I don't understand why he holds it again and then he gets more cold, so it makes the demon even go farther away.
It doesn't make sense. Catch him, he's falling. That's how I did it. That's how I destroyed the demon.
Well, you just did it again.
So let's watch some TV. And incredibly, the Glenda Mark story is on the news right when they turn on the TV.
That was fast.
Yeah,
just like the newspaper from the last issue.
Oh my God, that's
right. Boy, media happens as fast as it does today.
They got on their teletype machines
in 1972 or 3.
Yeah. So Varlet Dalton is a great shot of him
at the top. Yeah,
the big
nice.
leap. Yeah, the big leap.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we gonna do? Come on, we've got to join the hunt for Glenda. And then we're back. Impetuous minx. It was horrible. Please let me go. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
It's true.
It's a mega.
Here we go. It's a mega.
Megalithic.
Yeah. You get to see all the stuff. Oh, look what Mike did. Mike split up the word balloon.
He likes doing that, which is good. I think it's good. But...
very nice.
Headlamp of stuff. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
What's that?
This?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that a lamp of some kind?
Yeah.
Wild. I don't know what the heck that is.
Yeah, I
It's
think it's a
crazy.
lamp. I took it as a lamp.
I took it as lamp too.
Yeah, but it's weird. You're right. What the? Some like weird Tiffany project, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the photocopy is kind of like, it's weird. It's like
What?
cut. Like the bottom, it's missing the whole bottom. That's what's must be just like it's cut off. That's
It's cut off a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, not that much, but yeah. All right. Oh, let's bring our two faces back. We might as well. Hello. So then, yeah, I'm not Galatea. I'm Glenda Mark. But look, you look like the statue. Nah, forget it. I'm going to tie you up and put you in a sack. Anyway, here, he's carrying her out. Moomph.
because he's taking her back to the place of the crime that happened to him.
And the boys are joined the hunt, the search effort. And
You think Randu would use his ESP to know that?
His ESP. I have ESP. And then here he goes. Back to the theater. The smell of grease paint. Yeah, that is really great.
So it's amazing that this theater is so old and so long ago, and it's kind of like in the sewers kind of thing, and it's still. It's like after that event happened, it's like the theater closed down and
got built on top of, and
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know what it is.
Just waiting for Kolchak to show up. Oh no, wrong.
The Night Stalker. My favorite show from the 80s or 70s.
Come on, Glenda, can you hear me? It's Jason Blood. Something horrible is going to happen.
Nice circle design. All the pipes and stuff bring you right down to Jason. It's just,
I think
design-wise.
Jack had a chapter problem in this issue.
Yeah, true. Darren McGivern. Yeah, it's true. He's awesome.
All right, so Jason's he grabs onto some old circuits and then causes an explosion. And what? I have the Philosopher's Stone in my pocket.
He forgot. I mean, he keeps. Oops. How could you forget?
Well, the cosmic frost did not destroy it again. Bring the demon flame to revive him.
So how does he control this thing to be a flame versus when he held it before it was frozen? Is it just reading off his mental kind of wishes?
I don't know.
Yeah. I need answers. I need them now.
It's a roaring inferno, not of this world.
There's another case where its face is half like demon.
Yeah.
So I guess there is. Right.
Let me know. Let me go. I've never done you any harm. Oh, jeez. All right.
Crazy face.
Yeah. Look at what you did to me. Not pretty.
That's a great shot of her at the bottom, just like so stressed out. Stressed.
True. She's torn between pity and fear.
And then he reenacts the fateful night when he lost his face, and he puts all the stuff, all the firing pots in the exact same position, same stuff that he's kept in its case that somehow ended up there, even though we didn't see it before. It must have been hidden because they closed down the theater after this horrible event happened, apparently.
Right. And then, you poor suffering creature. True.
he's definitely suffering.
Yeah. So, here comes our hero. The puzzle.
Soul Snatcher.
Yeah. And fortunately, we leave us on a cliffhanger before
recreate what happened on the stage years ago. So he wants to recreate what happened to him. And he thinks that Glenda is actually this other witch who
yeah. Well, something. And it's like, he's got PTSD and OCD and
madness. I would say madness.
Okay.
I think madness is mixed in there.
Fair enough. Prepare for the most horrifying scenes ever shown.
Well, everybody here is going to have to wait a week before you know about it.
Sorry. I know, cliffhanger. I know.
What will happen to the demon? What will happen to Glenda?
I know.
What will happen to the Phantom?
Will
he get his face back?
We'll be back in a week. Find out. Same Jack time. Again, I think one of these. This is all like, what about Merlin aging backward in time? And it's like, yeah, no. But yeah. So
no, it's about the demon. It's not about Merlin. And Merlin is just, the secondary stuff, in my opinion.
So that was it. That was our third episode. Yeah. And we will meet again
for the exciting conclusion.
Oh, yeah. And that'll be fun to see how that pays off. Because here it is, but I've used a splash page from in the background there.
Of what? What is that? That's the face.
So yeah, and then we'll have Baron von Evilstein
and the Frankenstein kind of story.
Yeah.
So, cool. How exciting!
It's fun.
Hope you guys are liking this. It's fun.
We love going through it, So it's cool to make the deep dive and really, not just read the comic, but really kind of look at it and talk about it, and it makes you feel like you're really getting more about what Jack was doing in these entertaining bits. Oh, I know. Yeah, Bob, that's true. There was all kinds of shenanigans. I was surprised with how long these stories were, to be honest, because I know eventually, they ended up at 18 and 17 pages in Marvel. But yeah, so that half page is a real drag. I don't know. What else? Right, so you're going to be in LA. You're going to be scanning on Sunday.
On Sunday, 10 to 4. And
ArtCon.
Oh, yeah, it's the LA Comic Art Show. And it's our only second, well, actually, let me think. It's probably only the second time we've been able to scan stuff with the virus and the pandemic and all that. So it's kind of discouraging when, every year we probably scan around a total of, I'd say 500 pages, between 200 and 500, depending on the year. Yeah. This year we're only at like maybe 60 new pages. So it's kind of like, but what can you do? It's a reality that we're all living in. So hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to catch up a little bit in a couple of weeks. So that'd be good.
Yeah. And, so we don't get scans, but we get hours of video on YouTube. Us talking about Jack, blah, 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 blah.
It's true.
So that's what happens. So anyhow.
So if you like these shows, follow us on Facebook. follow us on YouTube, follow us everywhere on Twitter, and donate and become a member and help us to pay for all this stuff that you're seeing, because all this stuff, like me flying to LA, it costs money. And, you know, we don't get paid for our time or anything pretty much. So everything comes to us, goes directly to the museum. Yes. You know, to help us run it and pay for stuff. So
these great prints that people have been getting on that we have on our website, the Tribes trilogy.
Yep.
And you know, our T-shirts are very successful as well. But you know, we have pins and other stuff. I should probably put some more stuff up on that website, but maybe we'll have an auction. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it could be a grand finale of the Demon series. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe we do another special event. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you guys have ideas, we'd love to hear them.
Send them to info@kirbymuseum.org, and then Tom and I will both see it.
Yes, please.
So. And that's it. Well, I guess we'll sign off. We're 56 minutes in. It's good enough for me.
Thanks, Bob.
Excellent. Thank you. The whole PayPal auto renew thing has really been very helpful. We've got some people who have been members for a really long time, like Steve Meyer.
Steve has helped us at all our pop-ups, I think. Pretty much all of them. Maybe not the first one, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
Was he around? Oh. Steve, you were around in the first one that we did? Was he around? At the architect place? Yeah.
Attorney Street, Delancey.
Yeah.
Prototype Alpha.
Yeah. What was that again? 2013 or 12 or
I don't know.
Something like that. It's been a while. We'd like to do more of these. And, you know, the one good lesson in all this is that, like what Rand was saying, is that if we do a pop-up that compared to like the 103, the ability to like bring people in, I think that would be something that would be showcased in any kind of physical pop-up to bring in people from Australia and everywhere else.
Right. It's true.
So
Steve did not help us at the first pop-up, but he did come and enjoy it. So
good.
Excellent. Thanks, Steve.
Excellent.
All right, let's push the button. Thanks, folks. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone.
And we'll do it again soon, next week.
Yep.
All right. Bye.